come and give us an English lecture for 45 minutes. And after the lecture, there will be question and answer sessions. So anybody who got a question after the speech, please come forward. And also from the ladies, they will be writing their questions and then giving us a written question, and we will be presenting that question to Maulana Sahab. So I will request Maulana Sahab without any delay to come and obviously deliver his speech. You recite Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة لأهل التقوى واليقين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين القاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين روح وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. If you look at the Holy Quran and the traditions of the Holy Prophet and the Alayhi Salam, they have the best definition on Islam, and they have defined what Islam really is. And Awal Islam says that Islam is practices, beliefs, and surety in heart. Without these things, a person cannot truly become a Muslim. You need to understand what Islam is. The Holy Quran, when describing the faith, it says to the Arabian, the pagan Arabs who used to come to the Holy Prophet and they used to say that Amanna, we believe, we have Iman, we are mu'mineen now. The Quran says, وَلَمَّا يَدْخُلِ الْإِيمَانُ فِي قُلُوبِكُمْ, is Iman or faith, true Iman has not entered your hearts. But قُولُوا أَسْلَمْنَا, just say that we have become Muslims. We are not mu'mineen yet, we are just Muslims. Iman is a higher stage, Islam is a low stage, in the sense that a person who says I'm a Muslim, he only believes by words, and a mu'min, one who has deep understanding and he practices as well. Okay? We all need to become mu'mineen. Also the word mu'min applies to the people who believe in the vilayat of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. The basic outline, if we all know, and the mothers inshallah that are listening, they must emphasize that the children attend the madrasas where they can learn not only just how to read Quran, but also they can learn the principles of faith, usul ad-din and furu ad-din, practices. You all know what usul ad-din are, yes everyone? What are the 5 principles of faith? They are Tawheed, the oneness of God, Adl, the justice of God, Nabuwwat, the prophethood, Imamat, the divine leadership, and Qiyamat. Yes, sir? Yes? You need to understand each one of these properly. And then there are 10 practices, the prayers, the fasting, the hajj, the zakat, the homes, the jihad, amr bil ma'ruf, nahy anil munkar, tawalla and tabarra. And many times the Western world only picks out on jihad and they would give it their own definition what jihad is, and then because the program is being handled under extremism, violence, and avoiding these things. What is the definition? What is the word jihad? Our brothers have not understood what jihad is. There are many people who say that they are Muslims, but they don't have a single idea, they don't have the basic idea what Islam really is. Do not give your personal definitions to Islam and say this is what Islam is. Don't give your personal understanding and say, I want to understand Islam like this and that's what Islam is. Islam already has a definition. Islam is already set out. Don't try and enforce your understanding onto Islam. Try and understand Islam the way Islam really is. Is everyone?
Yes.
Listening? Islam already is a complete way of life. It is not to be defined or to be changed. Okay? It has its own set out beliefs and practices and ethical code. Islam has its own akhlaq, meaning ethics, etiquettes, manners. Okay? You cannot change. If you wanted to pick and choose from Islam, I like this thing about Islam and I don't like this and I would leave this. This would not be true Islam. Everyone listen, please. If a person was to draw me and he saw that yes, his head looks big so he made it bigger, face looks smaller so he made it smaller, my shoulders look broad so he made them broader, or tummy looks big and he made it bigger, that wouldn't be the picture of Ali Raza Rizvi. That would be a cartoon of Ali Raza Rizvi. If you pick and choose from Islam, then you will not be practicing the true picture of Islam, you would be practicing on the cartoon of Islam. Please do not make cartoons of Islam, don't pick and choose. I like this and I would just only practice this. I don't like that. I'm going to leave that out. That's not true Islam. Don't pick and choose the things that you like. Islam is a full package, You have to take the full package. When you go to some market, you buy something, you say, you can't pick and choose, you buy the whole thing. Well actually, for example, you went to buy a computer, the memory is not working properly. Can I just take out the memory from the... No, actually you buy the full package. That's how Islam is, you buy the full package. When you say, I am a Muslim, you take the full package of Islam. You do not pick and choose. You don't say, I like something and I don't like something. You have to take everything. You have to take the true teachings of Islam. Okay? Now, Tawheed itself, Adl, Nabuwwat, Imamah, these are the foundations of religion. If the foundation is strong, then the tree will be strong. But if the foundation is not strong, then you will not have a strong branch. You will not have a strong tree. Many times people say, well, why do we not hear so much about Usul-e-Din? We do hear about Usul-e-Din, but what is important is the foundation is always, when you build a very tall building, you have a strong, big foundation, but the foundation is not as high as the building. If the building is 110 feet high, then the foundation is not 110 feet in the ground. It would be 10, 20 feet, that's it. Foundation has to be strong for the strong building, but it doesn't have to be as long as the building. Therefore, you should have a strong foundation so you can build a strong building on it. But the building is important. Today, the biggest tragedy with the Muslims in Islam is that you would relate Islam with terrorists and people who have nothing to do with Islam. The Taliban and the terrorists. What percentage of the Muslims are the terrorists or the Taliban? 10%? No, less. 5%? 1%? A lot less. There are more than 1.5 billion Muslims around the world. 1.5 billion. 1% of 1.5 billion will be 150 million or 15 million. 15 million Taliban do you think we have? No. Not even 1 million. May Allah destroy them all. Say Ameen. May Allah destroy all the enemies of Ahlul Bayt. You see, you cannot define a religion by some exceptions, You do not take the exception and say this is what this religion is. You don't take a minority of a minority and say this is what the Muslims are. That's not how you define Islam. You have to take what general Muslims are to say what the Muslims are. Not just an exception or a minority of a minority. Today, the biggest tragedy is that people, when you say, people who don't even know how to write Islam properly in Arabic, you tell someone, okay, write Islam for me in Arabic.